Hello, friends. I decided to, after my introduction, I made a couple of videos right after it. I guess I was just in the moment and I decided not to post them. But I think this one's going to be better. I think this one's going to be better. It may not be seen by anybody, but this one is definitely going to be better. You know, you see all this stuff online, about success and money and relationships and all of these wonderful doodads, and all these people, everybody has the answer, but they never really give you an answer. They want to tell you what or they're a type that just tells you what the problem of everything is and why you're messed up and why, the same old stuff, Hose and Pookie and Ray Ray and Chad and Tyrone and all this other kind of stuff. But here is the crux. And for those who don't know what crux is, look it up. It's the heart of, I'm meaning it in the context of the heart of a situation. And you know what the heart of the situation is? The concept of reality. I was on the street for a while, when I was trying to be a musician and things didn't work out and, I got kicked out for a while. And I met this person on the street. And, when you're on the street, you see a lot of weird shit go on. You see a person might act normal one day and then they disappear and then they come back and then their mind is all torn to smithereens because something happened to them or whatever. Some people you only see once, you never see them again. Some people, they're living under the same bag in the, behind some building somewhere, you see a whole bunch of different stuff. But I met this one person. He was one of these people that was normal one day and then he came back crazy the next. But I managed to catch this dude when he was acting normal. And I was telling him my plight. And he said, we started talking about the concept of reality. Now, what do I mean by that? One of the things that started the conversation was believing what we see. And here's something to think about. Okay, most of the stuff we see, we don't even touch. We have not put our hands on it. We don't feel it. It's just there, and we make the assumption that what we see is real and it's there. So what do? We adjust our direction. We adjust what we do. We make sure that we don't do anything to collide with whatever we see. We do a lot of stuff based on the faith of what we see. Okay? So just hold that thought. Now, there's a lot of stuff that we don't see that we have faith in too. But we just don't have as much faith in the stuff that we don't see. We have the ultimate 100% dependable faith on everything that we see. But not the stuff we don't see. We have faith in some of the things that we don't see. But for most of we have now, here's the thing. The funny thing about society is, let's say, for example, all fire hydrants are red. Hypothetically, I know people are going to say, yeah, I've seen a yellow fire hydrant, a white one. Just bear with me for a minute and don't pick me apart. Just listen. Okay, I see nothing but red fire hydrants. They're a natural occurring thing, which they're not. You could paint, but just for the sake of this thing, let's say it's a natural occurring thing. Okay, so somebody comes along and says, hey, I seen a blue fire hydrant. Did the person see it or not? Well, here's the problem. From a regular person's standpoint, the easiest thing to do would be to produce that blue fire hydrant, and then everybody will know it exists. But in the scientific community, you have to scientifically prove that it is even possible to have a blue fire hydrant. And even if you produce it, then they got to spend 10 years trying to figure out why there's a blue fire hydrant. You see where I'm getting with this? So it's all about the concept. So who is right? Well, the person that saw the blue fire hydrant, if he's not lying to you, it's real it's real to them. So guess what? They have a different reality at that point than everybody else that's never seen one. And so he has to prove that to the other people that that exists based on not physically seeing it. Everything, including what you see, is based on faith. So it's just a matter of, you know, what do you have faith in? The faith of the seen, the faith of the unseen, all this other kind of stuff. So this thing went off into all kinds of realms of dimensions and you know, time and all kinds of stuff, right? It went off into all kinds of realms of everything. Why do I bring that up? Because all of these discussions that you see on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all of that kind of stuff comes from a person being able to expose their concept of reality and expose it to everybody else in the form of a video or whatever. And what does that do? It tends to influence other people's concept of reality so that they can kind of see or maybe relate to where the person's coming from or what the message they're trying to convey to you. Well, what's happening right now is what you see is okay, you have all these people that can't get that have no ability to like connect with people or to bond or anything like that. You got all these people around that have these problems of how to deal with other people and be around other people and deal with women, deal with men. How's it going? Yeah. So what winds up happening is that so now we're in a situation where, you know, you got all these people talking about their point of view and then they influence you and then you get on their bandwagon and you think and then you incorporate their reality into your own instead of, you know, just listening to them and saying, you know, how does this relate to me? And then incorporating the things that relate to you. And that's what you really have to do when you're dealing with the concept, when you're dealing with your own concept of reality. And just like, you know, you hear all these terms, you know, Pookie, Ray Ray, Tyrone, high value man, you know, modern woman, feminist, you hear all this stuff. And it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit because all these people that make this content that talks about this stuff, what are they doing? They're saying or telling you what you want to hear in order for you to yeah and they're telling you all this stuff because what do they want to do? They want to egg you on. They want to get an emotional reaction out of you. And then what do, man? You send them money. You back them up. You know, they get validation and attention and all this other kind of stuff. But really, all they're doing is just influencing you with their concept of reality, and then you inherit it. And then a lot of that stuff is not good for you anyway, and they hide behind their con with truth. Case in point, okay, let's say there's a religious leader, right? That's not Christian, that you know, that every time you hear this guy talk, he is very eloquent speaker and he speaks the truth. But every time at the end, you'll be like, oh man, this dude is the truth. This dude is wise. He's the light. And then all of a sudden, poof, he pushes an idea on you about his faith or religion. And the whole time, if you're don't catch it, it just kind of slides through with truth. I know another lady a lady that's in the same religious sect, because I'm not saying no names, because I'm not attacking anybody. She does the same thing. She'll speak the truth. And then you know what happens? at the end, she slides in that little thing. Hey, my religion is this, and it kind of slides in with the truth. Somebody will sit up and tell you about how bad everything, or somebody will sit up and tell you about weight loss. And they'll sit up and tell you all this stuff, and it sounds good and everything, and then poof, at the end, what are they doing? They try to sell you some diet pills. It's a tactic that you have to be aware of if you're going to approach this type of material from a independent thinker's standpoint. You follow what I'm saying? So there's no need for me to sit up and respond to any subject matter and everything. You just have to understand what your concept of reality is, and how things that you see affect your concept of reality. And that's about it. If you understand that, and you understand how it works, then you won't get conned. Anything that you do will be a choice that you make based on, you analyzing what you see. But here's a caution. Don't believe everything that you see. These people on here these people that are putting out content, some of these people, especially when it comes to relationships or money or anything, they'll make you think that they're rich. They'll make you think that they got 15 gazillion tons of women or tons of men, and they're living their best life. And it's all fake. It's fake. And the sad thing is that, these people call themselves influencers for a reason, because what they're presenting is not real. But since you have faith in what you see, and they present it correctly, you think that you're getting something real because you believe in what you see. But you don't see all the stuff in the background. You don't see the stuff that you don't see. Because I can tell you right now, what do you think when you see me? I could be a janitor, I could be a truck driver, I could be a rocket scientist. You don't even know what you see when you see me, because you don't know anything about me unless you went out on the internet, looked me up on LinkedIn or something. But you don't know anything about me. I'm just a regular looking old fat dude. And it doesn't even scratch the surface of the things that I know how to do, the things that I'm into, my skills, hobbies. It doesn't even scratch the surface. But what do you see? But yet I could go put a shirt and tie on and dress up, and come up across from a totally different standpoint. And then you'll think, okay, I'm a successful guy, or I make money or whatever. But again, you can't totally believe what you see. Now, what's my concept of reality? Well, would you like to know? There's nothing wrong with having you don't have to have my concept of reality. You don't even have to see things the way that I see it. I'm just making you aware of how much BS that you absorb every day by watching all these people that are supposed to be experts, supposed to be successful, and high value or whatever. All this stuff is fake. And that'll just give you something to think about, because like I said, everything that I was about to say has been whipped into, to the point of we're putting a horse on stilts so we can beat it to death again. So anyway, I just thought I'd yak for a few minutes, and I'm gonna get out here. As you see, I'm out here enjoying the river, and sitting in the car on a sunny day. So I will catch y'all next time I feel the hankering to have a monologue. Anyway, bye.